Hello, I'm Elaine Boyd, and in this Tech Bite, I'll be giving you an overview of the Parent Portal. So let's jump right in. This is the login screen for the Parent Portal, and you'll notice there's a box below the parent login. And parents will see this box when online course registration is active. We're not going to cover any of that in this Tech Bite, but just so that you're aware that this is what it's going to look like when online registration is open. So let's log in as our parent. When a parent logs in, they're going to see two menus. They're going to see Students and My Account. Regardless of which tab they click on, they're going to possibly see Student Enrollment Packet and View Cafeteria Account. The Student Enrollment Packet is a new option available to MMS schools, and what it does is, in a nutshell, it will allow your parents to be able to do some of the biographical data entry for you. So you give them access to which fields that you want them to be able to enter in their information. You get to approve it, and then it gets imported into MMS. A huge time saver when you have those new students enrolling. The other option is the View Cafeteria Account. That will enable parents to be able to make credit card or debit card payments to their students' account. You do need to be licensed for the fee accounting, but what a great option for your parents to be able to do that. So I'm going to start on the My Account menu, and that's going to pull up some very basic operations available to your parents. You are going to give them access to being able to change their password, to add another student to the login. So if they have multiple students within the MMS database, they don't need to create a login for each student. They just need to create that initial one, and then they can add in their other children. They can create a login for their student to be able to access the student portal. They can change their student's password, and then if their student forgot their password, they can reset it for their child. On the Students tab, we can see here that this parent has two students, Nicole and Alana. We're going to look at Nicole. Now, if you notice that both of these students are high school students, so regardless of which student I would click on, I'm going to see the same information. If the second student was registered for the middle school or an elementary school, when I click on that student, I could possibly see very different information. That is because we give schools so much flexibility and be able to really customize the view for their parents and students. What you make available to the parent portal is the same information that the students will see via the student portal. So I'm going to click on Nicole, and we're going to take a look at the information. Now, I do have to tell you that I have enabled just about every option that there is available to make available for the parent portal. You do not have to give your parents access to everything. You can customize the information that you want to share with your parents. The majority of these tabs here are something that you can rename as will fit you. For example, the personal information is actually pulling in biographical information, but rather than putting bio info or biographical information, we changed the label to read personal info. Because I have the teacher gradebook available to my parents, when I log in, that's the information I'm going to see here on that initial screen entry. So here is Nicole's information as seen through the gradebook. And if I were to click on any of these courses here, it's going to pull up their current progress report. So I don't have a lot of grade information entered in my test database, but this would pull up their progress report. If I were to click on the teacher's name, it's going to pull up a new email message to that teacher. And here I can see the current term grade, the current final average, number of graded assignments, a number of missing assignments. All of this information, for the most part, is customizable as to what you want your parents to be able to see. You can use the current final average and activate that, but not activate it for the parents. Sometimes parents get a little bit confused as to that number being displayed, even though we do have a little asterisk there with more information. So I'm going to start with the personal information. Now, all of this information, with one exception, is set up through MMS Generations, and I'm going to actually cut to MMS Generations. I'm not going to go through the setup, but I am going to show you where it can be done. And it is done currently in MMS Generations. So we're going to click on the School button, which is our School Management Jobs. I'm going to go to Operations, and it's the second option down, Set Up Parent-Student Portal. Now I'm going to go back to my parent portal. So there are 15 grids that you can set up information. There are a set number of fields that you can pull in. It's one field per line, and you can also set the label for the field that you're pulling in, and you can limit the number of grids that you want. I have all the grids made available, but I don't have information in all of the grids. Now we're going to go to attendance, and you can pull in both daily attendance and class attendance. And again, these submenu items can be customized. You don't have to say daily attendance or daily history. You can change that label if you so choose. I'm going to click on daily history. All of the attendance and behavior information, you need to set a date range that you want to make available to the parents. I have my full school year available, so I can see all of the daily attendance codes, the dates, and also a summary down at the bottom. Back under attendance, if I click on classes, that's my class attendance. So I can see that Amy was absent in a geometry and her AP psychology, and the dates that attendance occurred. Also available is totals that you can view. You can make available school events if you have that set up. I don't have that set up in my database. And then you can make available the school calendar. I'll click on that real quick, and it's going to default to the first month in your calendar, but I could click to any month and I can see when our holidays are going to be and when in-session school days are. Next, I'm going to look at behavior, and that is our discipline. And for discipline, again, you need to set the date range to make available, and you do have the ability to customize the information being displayed for each infraction. And you can see here that Nicole got caught for cheating, and we can see I've made available the reporting teacher's name and their email. Schedule is just that. It is the current schedule. It is displayed in a grid fashion, and you can set up the grid and the information that you want to display in there. There is no option to remove the watermark that says printed from school website. Graduation requirements, this is the one exception. This is actually set up in the staff portal, and you save the settings, and there's a little checkbox for settings for the parent-student portal. Courses is what we landed on, so I'm going to click on that again. But that is the information that we saw when we came in here, and we have the option of being able to share the current assignments due, the number of missing assignments, and the number of course announcements. I can see here that Nicole has one assignment due, so I'm going to click on that, and that's going to show me the assignment. So she has an assignment in geometry that is currently due. It's an assignment that is made published when you create it in the gradebook, but I can see here that I have a date of February 12th. To indicate that an assignment goes from being due to missing is that the teacher in the grade book needs to assign a grade of MI, which will flag that assignment as missing. So it will be moved from an assignment due to an assignment missing. So clearly I have been slacking in keeping my records updated, and this assignment really should be indicated and flagged as being missing and not currently due. And so if I were to click on the missing assignments, it's going to say all assignments, there are currently none missing. And then if I were to click on the course announcements, it's going to tell me that there are no course announcements currently available. But if there were, I would be able to see them. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Parent Portal. Setting up the Parent Portal is very easy to do. And speaking from personal experience as a mom, I valued the opportunity my son's schools gave me to view their schedules, grades, and attendance information. If you are currently not making the Parent Portals available to your parents, please reconsider it. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this MMS Tech Bite.